Hey girl, hey, I am Brittany and I'm so excited to be back with another video. If you are new to seeing my face, I just want to welcome you. Here, the channel is all about valued kingdom girls, and we are helping to heal the young girl inside of every woman in pursuit of her kingdom assignment, because us as young women, all women, have an assignment attached to our name. So we're going to make sure that we are healthy and whole in Jesus Christ so that we can accomplish all that he has called us to do. I just want to talk to you a little bit, encourage you a little bit, and share about how God prepped me. He prepped me, y'all, to dream big. I don't know about you, but I was one of those people that kind of got lost along the way. I kind of forgot about my dreams. You know, when you're young and they be like, what you want to be when you grow up? And you have a list of things that you desire to do and accomplish. And then as you grow up, life starts to happen and those things just kind of fall to the wayside and you kind of even forget. Like, I used to love writing and I kind of forgot that. I started journaling a while back when I started seeing a life coach, my life coach, Coach Jess, and it just reminded me how much I actually enjoy writing. And I'm like, you know what? I used to say I wanted to write children's books because at this current moment, I am a teacher. So I always enjoyed that kind of content, for kids. And I wanted to be a children's book author, but I truly forgot that that was a dream of mine. It kind of fell to the wayside. So I'm here to encourage you because I'm on the journey of picking back those dreams that I once had. And because I was so far gone, I believe the lies of the enemy that, you would see people around you accomplishing these big dreams. You see people on social media doing big things. And I just started to believe the lies of the enemy that told me like, that's them. That ain't for you. You can't do that. But as I got closer to God and I learned more about myself, God let me know that you have greatness on the inside of you. You have an assignment to your name that you must accomplish, that you have people tied to you that are waiting on you to use your gifts, to use your talents. We all do. So that is what my channel is all about. Just reminding women of the greatness that is inside of them. We are all valued kingdom girls. You are a valuable part of God's kingdom. That's all that means. And even if you don't know that, you can awaken to who God made you to be, who God calls you to be, because you are a valued part of his kingdom. Now, like I said before, God had to prep me. It wasn't something that came automatic because I was lost. I didn't have faith in myself. I got complacent. I started being content with being mediocre. And if you know anything about God, he doesn't do mediocre. He only does greatness. He only does awesomeness. He only does the best. But I began to believe, like I said, the lies of the enemy, and he had to prep me along the way. So I just want to take you on a journey of how God prepped me to start dreaming big again. So the first thing he did, now I'm not sure if it shows up on camera because as I'm looking, the couch looks a little darker than it looks in person, but in person, you would definitely walk in here and say that the couch is blue. It kind of looks, at least on the camera from what I'm seeing, it looks like a bluish gray, maybe even a little navy, but in person, it is definitely blue. And the blue couch was one of the things that God used to prep me to dream big again. I know that seems so small, like a couch, like really a couch. And I'm like, yes, girl, a couch. God blessed me with this couch. And it was a way that he prepped me to start dreaming big again. Let me take you back to like a year or two ago. I was in my little small apartment and I was there for quite a few years. And I wanted to start redecorating. My taste started to change. I wanted to make it colorful and vibrant and just a nice airy space. My couch was like a brown, and I looked around my space and I'm like, it doesn't show any of my personality in here. So I'm like, Lord, I just want me to be able to come into my home, come into my space, and it to be a reflection of me, my personality. I love colors. I love brightness. You probably can't tell, but I have lots of colorful pillows, and I just love all of that, colors and all around pictures and everything. And my space just at the time was not reflective of that. So I know it seems like a small prayer, but I as I'm learning about, I go to God about everything. So I prayed to God one day, and it was like early October, and I'm just like, by the holidays, because I wanted to like invite my family members over. I just wanted it to be fresh and airy and just a new space completely, so I could feel good about inviting my family over. So I remember, just kind of praying it, and then I started to I didn't even know how I was gonna pay for it, to be honest, because I didn't have any money saved for this couch or anything. I had not to afford the couch itself, but I wanted to redo the room. I could afford some decor here and there, maybe a new a rug or something, but the couch, I'm thinking that's gonna be big. How am I gonna afford to pay that? So like I said, I started looking. That was the first thing. God was like, well, look, see what you want. And I was like, Lord, I want a blue couch. And as I started looking, I wasn't quite finding blue. Everywhere I went, it was like navy. So, and like I said, I know the color really isn't picking up too well, but it is a blue couch. But, I couldn't find, I would see navy and gray, lots of navy, lots of gray as I was going into places. And I'm like, okay, Lord, well, I'll just get like a navy or gray. And like I said, I love throw pillows. I could put some nice, vibrant colored throw pillows. I could throw some blue in, and then that, could kind of help with the space. But as I'm reminded, God was like, but you asked me for a blue couch. I'm like, yeah, that's what I asked you for. But I'm okay with just getting the gray or the navy. So a couple of days passed. I'm looking, stopping at different stores and looking around, and I'm just not seeing it. Only the navy, only the gray. So I would say maybe a week and a half later, I went into, I believe, Rooms To Go. I believe I went into Rooms To Go. That's where I got it from. So I went in, I'm looking around, and I see a couch that I really, really liked. But it was gray. So I'm like, I guess I really liked it. It was a sectional, because I also prayed for a sectional. And it was everything I wanted. Just the color was a little bit off. So, come to find out, when I got to, the register, got to, the customer service person that was helping me out, they let me know that it came in a blue. And again, I know it's not quite picking up, but it is a blue couch. And again, I'm like, how am I gonna pay for this? But of course, Rooms To Go has a great little, I was able to get a Rooms To Go card, and I paid it off along the way. But it just showed me how fast God can move. And if he cares about the smallest detail about a couch color in my home, how would he not care about the big things that we're asking and desiring of him? And it did not take him long. Like I said, a week and a half later, I had signed for this couch to be delivered in my home, in my apartment at the time. It did not. When the Lord moves, he doesn't take forever, ladies. So we just got to remember to speak. Make sure you're speaking over yourself, and you write down what you pray and what you ask God for. Make sure you're in position. Make sure you have the faith you gotta have the faith. Make sure you have the faith that he's going to do what he says he's going to do, and dream a big dream. Now again, couch, such a small little thing, but it let me know that God cares about the little details of our life. So he's going to care about the person that you marry. He's going to care about the health of your kids and the health of your family. He's going to care about the money in your bank account. He's going to care about all of the things that you care about, because he cared about the small detail as the color of the couch. And when I say he blew my mind, because I was going to settle for a gray or a navy, but the Lord said, no, I'm going to give you what you asked for, and I'm going to blow your mind in the process. And to be honest, every time I am going through something now, I think about my blue couch. It's a reminder, and I see it each and every day as I pass forward. It's a reminder of, remember what you asked God for? This is a prayer. I'm sitting on an answered prayer. So as I go throughout my day, as I'm dealing with things, other things are coming across, I think about my blue couch, because it didn't take God long. It didn't take him long. And he exceeded my expectations. I was able to pay it off in a few months. I got a decent deal on it. The delivery went well. I was blessed throughout the whole process. When God moves, it goes smoothly, ladies. So continue, Lord. Continue to step out on faith. Continue to speak over your life. Continue to trust God for what you desire and ask him to order your steps. Okay. So the blue couch was the first thing he prepped me, because he taught me in the process of the praying and believing him for my blue couch that he would exceed my expectations, and he will do what you ask him to do, and again, I wrote it down when he told me to start looking, because he placed in my spirit, start looking for what you want. I looked up pictures, and I looked up other decor. And the same day I signed for the couch, I found the perfect rug at Ross. It was like $40. It was just like everything just kind of came together. And that's what it does when God is moving in your life. Things will start to come together. Once you step out on faith, and once you ask the Holy Spirit to lead you and guide you, things will start to come together like a puzzle. Now, again, things are not always going to be easy, but God is with us always. So the blue couch was the first thing God did to start prepping me to dream big, because it just blew my mind how fast the process went. When I remember speaking it and praying for it one week, and within a week and a half, I owned the couch. So that was my first way that God prepped me, and he prepped me for bigger. Okay, because it gets bigger. He starts small, but it gets bigger. So the next thing that God prepped me for was last August, and this was August. It was actually in 2022. In 2022, in August of 2022, I was going to sign my lease again, because it was, my lease was up. Like I said, I was in an apartment, my lease was up, and then, you sign for the next year. And I had been there for quite some time. So I was just used to going in and signing the lease. So as I was prepping to go in to sign my lease, the Lord prompted me to declare that this is the last year that I would sign my lease. And I'm like, okay. And now mind you, I didn't have any money saved for a house. I didn't know if I was moving to another apartment. I didn't know what was going on, but I'm like, okay, the Lord said, I felt it in my spirit. This was the last year I was going to sign my lease. So I went to sign my lease, because it was time to sign, and I needed a place to be. So I signed it. And then the Lord, like I said, I wrote it down. This is the last year I'll be signing my lease. Next year, August, September of 2023, I will be in a different place to live. I didn't know where. And to be honest, as the year started going on, we got from 2022, and when it transitioned to 2023, which was last year, and I kind of even forgot about the prayer. I think around, like I said, that I boldly wrote out that and claimed that would be my last year back in, I believe it was either August or early September. And then I think around February, it came to my memory like, oh, okay, like, do I need to start doing something to prepare? I don't know. So I took a homeowner's class because I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I didn't have the money saved up or anything. You know, I'm a teacher, but I'm like, I'm just gonna step out on faith and maybe take this class. Maybe I could. I know they have different grants and different things that could happen, you know, that I could use to maybe get a home. So I went and I took the course, and it was great. I actually had to drive to the course. It was maybe 45 minutes from where I lived, but it was a great experience. I met a loan officer. I met realtors, and, you know, they just gave you great information and told you all about the different programs that they have for home ownership. Great material. The course was only like $5, but it was just great information. So I went to that, enjoyed it, took the information. I didn't feel prompted to do anything. You know, I just talked briefly to the people that were there, the representatives that were there to assist. And I just kind of took their information. Didn't know what to do from there. Now that was in February. Again, I got really busy with life. Things started to happen. My mom, we were planning her a really big birthday party. So I started, her birthday's in April. So around that time, you know, we decided as a family, we're starting to prep for that. So that was February. I like to start early. So March and April, I was planning for the party. So I completely forgot about the bold statement that this was going to be my last year signing my lease. So and after my mom's party, I had an makes me sad to think about, but we had a family emergency, a family issue where my sister, she got really sick. Now my sister, she's older than me. She got really sick. She ended up having some strokes, having to be on dialysis, just having a lot of health issues to where she wasn't able to take care of herself and that kind of thing. And it just kind of our whole family, it just kind of really just broke us to where we all just had to lean onto each other and be there for one another. Now that happened in May, June, July, August, September. Through August, I'm focused on helping my sister. She was in the hospital the entire time, trying to recover, trying to see what's going on, trying to get her the help that she needed. So I wasn't focused on anything else. I was just trusting God and praying over her health, trying to be there for my mom and my dad, and just as a family, just trying to like get together and be there for each other. So it was such a hard time for us all. And to be honest, we're still kind of in the midst of it, and we're trying to find our footing, but we're still there almost a year later. But so that's where my focus was pretty much that whole summer, was trying to nurse my sister to health, making sure just all the paperwork was taken care of, just so many things. When loved ones get sick and things start to happen and they're not able to make decisions for themselves, it is hard on the family, and it just really took a toll on us all. But we're trying to do what we can for her and be there for one another. And then you also have your own life to live. So it was chaotic, to say the least. But God was with us the entire time. Now, during this time, my sister, we had an aunt that passed a couple of years back, and she left the home to our family, and my sister moved in. So she was taking care of the home and that kind of thing, paying the bills for the home. And that's what happened. But when she got sick, my mom was trying to, take care of the bills at her house and take care of the bills at my sister's house, and just really trying to try to juggle payment at both homes, which it really became like a strain on my mom and my dad trying to take care of both households. Now, again, were reminded of the fact that God said this would be the last year that you would sign your lease. To make a long story a little bit shorter, I ended up having to, in the midst of all the chaos and the Lord kind of just turned this really hard situation. He kind of turned it around for our good and kind of worked it out to where I had to move into that home. Now, mind you, a year, I didn't know how it was going to happen, and it was a blessing, but it also was bittersweet because it was my sister's, it was her space. So that is where I currently am. I'm in the home where my sister was. She's in a rehab facility, and she's getting better each and every day. And we're praying for her, being there for her, going to visit her on a daily basis. But I had no idea that God would turn around this hard situation and use it for the good of our family, where I was able to be there for my parents, and I was able to come in and take over those bills because they were trying to juggle both households. Again, I had to stay at my apartment because my lease wasn't up to August. So I didn't move in till around August, September, because I needed to tie up the loose ends where I was, and I was contracted to be there up until that point. But as soon as I, was able to start moving in and shifting things around, I was able to move into the home. And it would, like I said, it was completely bittersweet, to where the fact that God kind of turned that situation around for my good, and I'm in the home. And it's I prayed over it, and God just really turns situations around. I thought it was going to be really, really hard, but I feel so blessed that God turned around this hard situation, and he used it for my good in the midst of everything. My sister was so happy that I was able to come in. It was like a burden off of her, because she felt bad with my parents trying to juggle both households, because she eventually, because it has been a year, she lost her job. So she was going through that and not being able to have the funds because she didn't have a job anymore. And I was able to come in and kind of help and assist my family and be there for both my parents as well as my sister. God is just amazing how he works things out. And I don't take this blessing lightly. And I would love to be able to move out one day and put my sister right back in here if God sees fit. But at this moment, he let me know that he blessed me with this home, and I just want to honor him. Every time I walk in, I was like, Lord, I want to honor you with how I take care of the home, with how I live, how I lead the home. And it's just a blessing. It's a blessing. And I'm just so very grateful. So that was the second thing. And like I said, it started so small with the couch. And then he allowed me to know, that he's going to provide a home for me. I didn't know how he was going to work that thing out. And then last but not least, the next thing, and I'm still currently in this situation, is in August. August seems to be the time. So in August 22, of course, he told me that would be the last time. That would be the last time I signed that lease. But in August of 2023 of this year, going into the new school year, he told me that this would be my last year teaching. That was mind-blowing, because I'm like, Lord, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I got to pay my bills. I got things, how am I going to be able to provide for myself? And the Lord quickly let me know, I am your provider. I am your source. Your job is a resource that I provided for you, but I am your source. And I'm like, okay, God, you're right. So I'm just on this journey of trusting God as I release my assignment, my current assignment of being a teacher, and knowing and trusting God that he has so much more planned for me in my future. I am truly allowing the Holy Spirit to lead me and guide me. And it has not been an easy journey, but I decided that I was going to step out on faith and truly trust God. And it all started out with his showing me how much he cared about the small details of my life with the blue couch. And then he just showed me that even through a hard, difficult situation with your sister getting ill, with things going awry within your family, I can turn that situation around and I can bless you in the midst of that you'll have a home in the midst of that. Now, again, circumstances were not how I thought they should be. Because if it was up to me, I'm like, Lord, put me somewhere else and let my sister be healthy and whole and be able to take care of herself and be in her home. But God, it did not happen that way. He turned that situation and he's allowing me in the midst. And I don't know the end of the story because, like I said, our family is still on this journey of praying and just supporting and loving on my sister as she gets stronger and stronger each and every day. There's so many things that we're dealing with on a daily. So I appreciate your prayers. And I just thank you just for joining me on this journey of just being a valued kingdom girl. And like I said, it is a journey. it's a journey. But so it started small with the blue couch, and then with me stepping out on faith and trusting God that he would bless me with another place to live, because he said that's the last time I was signing my lease. And right now he said, step out on faith, trust me. I have something big planned outside of you than teaching. I have a bigger purpose for your life. So I am going to trust God. It has not been easy. Around February of this year, because I've been going back and forth all year, like, Lord, you sure? You sure about this thing? You sure this my last year teaching? You sure? I've been going back and forth, but in February of 2024 of this year, when our contracts came out, I felt confirmation that he told me not to sign and that he is going to make a way for me. Now, again, I am currently on this journey, so I will continue to share this journey of where God has taken me next. And I pray that you are lifted and blessed by this video, and I just encourage you to dream big. Pick up those dreams that you allowed to go to the wayside. Trust God. Ask him to show you and guide you along this journey of where he wants you to be. Ask God, Father, where are you calling me next? What's my next assignment? What is the call of my life? What are my talents and gifts that I should be sharing with the world? Ask him, and I'm sure I'm sure that he will answer in time and give you the steps. He will order those steps for you. May you be blessed as you step out on faith and dream big dreams again. To all my valued kingdom girls, we're in it together on this journey. Be blessed, ladies. Bye.